Hello everyone, welcome back to Cybertix. So today on day 17 of TryHackMe Advent of Cyber, we are going to learn about traffic analysis with the help of command lines, which is very useful when we are working with the SOC team. So let's get deep dive into it and solve our today's task. So let's start with our today's task about day 17 where we are going to learn about traffic analysis. So let's just understand the scenario first. Congratulations, you have made it to day 17. The story, however, is getting started. There are more things to discover, examine, and analyze, which is really awesome. Until now, you have worked with multiple events including prompt injections, log analysis, brute force data recovery, exploitations, data exfiltration, suspicious drive, malware injections, account takeover, phishings, and machine learning concepts. Yes, there are tons of anomalies, indicators of attacks, IOA, and indicators of compromise, that is IOC. Center Security Operations Center, that is SOC, needs to be a big picture to identify scope, prioritize, and evaluate those anomalies in order to manage the ongoing situations effectively. So, how we can zoom out in bit and create a timeline to set a investigation's initial boundaries and scope. Max Cadis decide to focus on network statistics when there are many network artifacts. It's a good choice to consider network in and out as well to load statistics to create a hypothesis. Now it's time to help as associate team by quickly checking network traffic to gain insights into the ongoing madness. So let's go. So in our today's learning objective, we are going to learn about knowledge about the network traffic data formats, understand the difference between pool packet captures and network flows, learn to process the network flows data, discover the Silk tool suite, and then gain hands-on experience in network flow analysis with the Silk. So let's just get started over here. So let me just scroll down. Yes, network traffic data. So the contents are really huge and there are more theoretical today also, but I will give you a summary of it. So the network data is everywhere, it's all around us, even now it's in this very task. Network communication traffic are the natural behavior of today's interconnected computing worlds. This behavior represents a constant data flow of daily activities, including personal interactions and business transactions. The data flow offers invaluable network management, troubleshooting, incident response, and threat hunting insights. The table given below is the highlights of the importance and the key business of Express, that is the network management, troubleshootings, incident response, and the threat hunting. So, network traffic comes in various data types and formats. Packet captures, which is in the format of PCAP, and a format is also known as a full packet captures, is the first thing that comes into the mind. It provides a granular, raw, and comprehensive view of the network traffic. This format provides all the possible data represented in the packets in ready to investigate format. Okay. However, this intensive resource needs to be storage, processing, and analysis capabilities to provide comprehensive insights into the network traffic. In other words, while PCAPs are very useful for detailed analysis, they are not practical for fast analysis situations as they enclose actual payloads. The data richness and the level of detail provided by the PCAP formats come from the payload it carries. At this point, it will provide possible to speed up the process considerably by running the analysis process on the data format that don't enclose the payload data. Network flow is a lightweight alternative to PCAPs. It's commonly used in network flow format, a telemetry for protocol developed by the Cisco that focuses on the metadata part of the traffic. In other words, it provides only the summary of the traffic. The details appears similarly to how call details appears on the phone bills. Okay, a closer look for the PCAPs also and the flows. So let's take a closer look for the two different formats. Note, if you are unfamiliar with the network terminology, you can solve the network fundamentals of the TryHackMe. So these are the features which they had covered, and the PCAP and the difference between PCAP and the network flow. So coming to the models, it has the packet captures, it has a protocol flow records, depth of information. It PCAP has very granular, and the network flow will provide a summaries of it. Main purpose is to deep packet analysis of the PCAP, and network flow is a summary of the traffic flows. There are also pros and cons of it, so you can just read it while you are performing the task. The table highlights the conceptual data between the PCAP and the network flow at the high level. Let's get into more technical comparisons of these two formats and understand why MaxQD choose this approach as a quick solution for understanding overall the network traffic. Okay, so the key data files of the PCAP formats are like link layer for information, timestamp, packet length, MAC addresses, IP and port informations, TCP and UDP informations, application security protocol details, packet data, and payload. So basically, PCAPs provides all the total top 10 issues over here, where that is from the packet layers to applications layers also, while the key data fields of network data flow format contains IP and port informations, IP protocols, volume details in bit by bit, TCP flags, timestamp details, and sensor information and application layer. So PCAPs mostly is like it provides the OSI top 10 models over here, top layers. And then 𝙅𝒐𝙞𝒏 explained that the significant difference between the PCAPs and the network flow is the packet details, visibility, and the processing speeds. Okay, how to collect, process, and network data. Network data collection and processing typically involves using a network monitoring tool such as Wireshark, T-Shark, and TCP-dump to collect information about the traffic on a network and then analyze that the data to gain insights, troubleshoot, or conducts a blue and purple team operations. Also, product and system based solutions will help collect network data in the flow format, which is very good. Hints of the MaxKD: you can collect network flow from the endpoints and network devices in the same way as you can collect full captured data. Okay, so let's just get started with the Silk suite over here. Silk suite has two parts: packing systems and analysis suite. The packing system supports the collection of multiple network flow types, that is IPFix, NetFlow v9, and NetFlow v5 version files. So, and stores them in the binary files. Okay, this analysis suite contains the tools needed to carry out various operations like sort, count, and statistic on a network flow record. The analysis tools also supports Linux CLI pipes, allowing you to create a sophisticated queries. So in our VM, we have one file, suspicious flow.sil. So let me just open my terminal over here, and we can directly perform a CD desktop, and then there is ls, and then suspicious file over here. Okay, so in the Ubuntu, okay, we had got into that, and if you perform nll, which is la-ls, which is same thing command over here. So if you perform a silk underscore config -v, so let me just type it over here. We get a detailed version of the root of the packet data tree, that is okay, packet logic and time zone supported UTC, and then IPv6 version it supported, yes, the IP set record compatibility. So Silk mainly works on the data repository, but it can also contains the process data stores not in the base directory repository, but by default, the data repository resides under the where Silk data directory, which can be changed after the Silk configuration files. Okay. So quick win that we will help you to answer the questions. You now know which Silk version you are using. So to perform that, let's just get and understand about the Silk versions. So let me just type the command which Silk versions which we are using. So for that we are using a rw file info command which they had given. So let me just type it and hit enter. Okay, the versions which we are using is a 3.19.1. So let me just copy it and submit the answer. Okay, we had completed the first question. So let me just get back to our reading flow. So what is this particular command, that is rw file info? So it contains read flow files. Rw cut reads binary flow records and prints those selected by the user in the text format. It works like a reading and filtering tools. Okay, so let me just perform a rw cut command over here. So So first of all, let me just copy it down. Copy RW, cut, and then paste it. Yes. Okay. It has given a sort of packet analysis in a very deep dive where they had given the timestamp, IP protocols, and when it has been used. Okay. And we can sort out with the different numbers of tags, that is hyphen hyphen num records. It will give you top five records. And then if you want below five records, you have to use hyphen hyphen tail hyphen rec is equal to 5. So there are many fields you can use at this point. Hyphen field parameter will help you to extract particular columns from the output and make it easier to read. Okay. And they had given different parameters also, where the source IP is, we can say it like SIP, destination IP, that is DIP, source port S port, destination port, it means the D ports, just like that. So one more detail to pay attention to before proceeding: look again the RWCAT terminal above and check the protocol pro column. You should have noticed the numeric value under the protocol sections. This column should use the protocol in decimal format. You will need to pay attention to this section of the silk highlights protocol in the binary format. So let me just perform it. Yes, we can see that by using the field, I am only able to see the protocols, destination ports, and destination IP, source ports, and all. So which is a really good thing. Now, over here we have to learn about the RW filters. We have covered to read and filter the particular columns with the RW cut, but we need to implement the conditional features to extract the specific records from the flow. RW filter will help us to implement the conditional and logical filters to extract the records for the event of the interest. Okay. RW filters is an essential part of the Silk suite. It comes with the multiple filters for each column in samples. You are working on it and is a vital for conducting impactful flow analysis. However, even though RW filters is essential and powerful, it has a tricky details. It requires its output as it has to be pre-processed. Okay. So let me just perform a RW cut over here. Okay, I guess there is some issues in this, but we have to use the file name and hyphen then multiple parameters, that is protocol pass and ascut with, and also we can combine with other command that is about the rcut. So let's just understand that they have different proto means protocols, port filters with which has any ports. We can use these filters. Now you also know how to filter and pass the records for the post processing with the Unix pipe. We will use the alternative filter options provided in upcoming steps. Okay, which is a very good thing. So they had given over here about the R stats. So you need to remember how to use the field parameters we cover in the RW filter sections to fire alternative filters commands for the event of interest. If you need help, this parameter return to the RW filter section and practice it. Okay, we will practice it later on. So let's just get into the R stats also. R stats file name, and it contains it just give you a proper statistic over here. Congratulations, you have all the necessary tools and have completed all the necessary preparation steps. Now it's time to use what you have learned and save the Christmas led by starting over here. So let's just directly get into the questions and solve the queries. What is the size of the flow in the count records? Okay, so we will use a command that is r file info suspicious silk one. So yes, we have got the value over here, and the value is about the 11774. So let me just paste it. Yes. What is the start time of the sixth record in the file? So we know about the head files also, right? So we can use the command that is rcut suspicious the file name and the hyphen num with the let me just okay, the field name is wrong, so let me just type it. Yes, we had got the timestamp over here, so let me just copy this and paste it over here. Yes. What is the destination port of the 6 UDP? So we have to use RW filter command with the particular file name. Okay, we had got the UDP one. So the answer is about 49950 over here. So let me just copy this, paste. Okay, what is the record value in the percentage of the D port 53. So for that we need to use R stats, RW stats. Yes. So it contains a 35.3320881. Let me just copy it and paste it. What is the number of bytes transmitted by the top talkers of on the network? So how many most of the traffic has been come, we need to check it out, so we can use it from the rstats only. So let me just use that command. Yeah, this one. Okay, so the answer is over here, is that is 735229. So let me just paste it. Okay, what is the s time value of the first DNS recording going to the for the port 53? So we have to use both multiple commands over here, that is the rw filter suspicious that our file name with our source address and destination ports of 53, and we have to use rw. Okay, we had got the answer, that is about the 202312 at this particular time. So let me just paste it. Okay, what is the IP address of the host that C2 potentially controls in the defined format? Okay, so we don't need to add the dot over here. Instead of this word for particular format, we have to use it. But for that, we have to use about the RW stats over here. So let me just copy it and paste the command. Let me just hit it. Okay, now we are able to see it. And the IP is about the 1775, 1.73 and 221. But we have to perform in a defined language. So let me just use this. Okay, which IP address is suspected to be the flood attackers? So for that we have to again filter out the packets. Okay, we had got the answers over here. So let me just type also in this defined format. What is the what is send the scene packet numbers of records over here? So we have to use RW stats. Okay, so over here you can see that there is a value of 16580. So let me just copy it and paste it. Okay, we have successfully analyzed the network flow to gain the quick statistic. If you want to delve deeper into the network packets and network data, you can look into the network security and traffic analysis room of the TryHackMe. So I hope you understand how to analyze network traffic in a command line. It will be difficult for the beginners to understand how this analysis is being worked. But if you have any kind of queries, you can ask me in our Telegram community channel. So I'll see you in the next video with another task. Till that time, goodbye and Jai Hind.